Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I am a lover of all things when it comes to makeup. And today we're gonna be playing with a lot of fun luxury makeup because this is a video where I'm basically doing a kind of full face of Chanel. It's a full-ish face of Chanel. There's a few things I don't have from Chanel, but I've gotten a bunch of Chanel recently in the mail. I've gotten some samples as well, and also from my previous Chanel order I have something that I'm going to be using in this video, so it'll be a lot of fun just chatting about luxury makeup, seeing how luxury Chanel makeup applies on me, all of that fun stuff. This was supposed to be a first impressions video, but when I filmed this yesterday, the footage turned out really crappy. So I scrapped the footage. I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't gonna post footage that I wasn't happy with onto my channel. So we're doing part 2. This is not a first impressions, but you will be seeing my honest thoughts about these Chanel products. So if you're interested in that, please keep on watching the video. All right, so you may notice that my brows are done, and also I have already primed my face with my two favorite priming products, which are the Glossier Future Dew and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Those, of course, will be linked down in the description box below. And just wondering if you all have a good recommendation to replace the Becca Backlight Priming Filter since that's being discontinued, please let me know. I'm really curious to see if you all have a dupe for that. I've heard the MAC Strobe Cream is kind of a dupe, but if you have anything better that you think I should try, please let me know because that's like my favorite primer of all time. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. Let's get into the Chanel. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using a sample of the Ultra Le Tint foundation from Chanel. They gave me 3 shades, but I'm going to be using the lightest one, of course, which is B10, which I think this is the lightest shade that they have in this foundation. So I already have thoughts on it. I will be applying the foundation for you all, of course, and I'll give you those thoughts while I'm applying it onto my face. So this foundation I wore yesterday, and I tested it out all day. And I will say, the shade match isn't the best for me. I feel like even though it is a warmer foundation, which I do have yellow undertones to my skin, so that is normally what I go for, I do think it's a bit too dark. So if you're as pale as me, or if you're paler, I don't think this is the foundation for you. I can make this shade work as long as I blend it onto my neck. But this is definitely more of a like summertime, I've been, you know, hanging out, getting some sun kind of shade. Like this is me tan, so A, that's kind of sad I'm that pale, but B, you know, this is not a foundation shade that I would use all year round or even most of the year because I'm rarely this color for longer than like a few months, but it is workable. Another thing about this foundation that I noticed yesterday is that it's definitely a matte finish, which I personally don't prefer, but I feel like because I put dewier products onto my skin as priming products, I feel like it made the foundation a bit more satin versus a matte, but it did wear well throughout the day. I did notice some breaking up though, like in like my nose creases, whatever you'd call that, and like my smile lines, but that's normal. But I'm not really a fan of this foundation personally. It's okay because of the lack of a shade match for me, and also because I just don't prefer matte foundations. This isn't something I would use again, but it's all right. I mean, it depends what you like. If you like a matte finish, if you like something that is a bit of fuller, like medium to full coverage, you might really like this, but this just isn't the foundation for me. So next I'm going to be doing some spot concealing. I do not have a new product for this, so I'm just going to be using my Pat McGrath concealer in the shade L2 for a bit of spot concealing, and then we'll go back into this for a second round of spot concealing. That's a little bit later. If you all haven't tried this Pat McGrath concealer, I know this is off topic, it's really, really good. I have drier skin, so I prefer something with a little bit more moisture, and this provides coverage and it doesn't dry out my skin, so I really, really like this stuff. All right, first round of concealing. just in between the brows and in my little nose creases, and this looks good. So next up, I'm gonna be going into bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Butter Biscuit. Also, another question for you all. Please let me know down in the comments if you've tried the Chanel, it used to be called the Soleil Tan de Chanel. I think now it's just called like the bronzing cream. If you all have tried that, please let me know what you think. I'm really intrigued to pick that up. I think it's something that's on my list once I like finish this bronzer, which I mean, I've hit pretty good pan on this, so this will probably be done in a few months. But if you all have tried that, let me know what you think, especially if you have a paler skin tone like me. Do you think it'd be too dark for me? Is it easily blendable? Like, what do you use with it, like a brush or a sponge? I'm just curious what your thoughts are. So if you've tried that Chanel product, please, please, please let me know. But today I'm going into Fenty. Especially if you've tried both the Fenty and the Chanel, I'm curious how they compare. I mean, if you have, like, what are the color, like what's the shade like? Because I know there's only one shade of the Chanel. How does the blend compare? How does the pigmentation compare? I'm just curious about that Chanel product. All right, now that I've bronzed, I'm gonna go back into my concealer just to conceal all the red spots I have on my face, which currently I have a lot. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's some of the new skincare products I'm using. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to use that Pat McGrath concealer to spot conceal again. All right, that is it for spot concealing. So now I'm going to do some under eye concealing, and this does involve another Chanel product that has become a very quick favorite of mine. So this is the Le Corrector de Chanel. This is in the shade Corrector Rose. Yes, Corrector Rose. I just want to make sure the shade name was right. So this is a very, very light pink color corrector, which if you have fair, light skin, this is the color that will cancel out the blue undertones that are under your eyes, which I have dark circles because A, normally I'm tired, I don't know why, and B, because of my Italian heritage, just dark circles run in the family, so it's genetics too. So this has been really, really helpful in just camouflaging those dark circles. If you have tan skin, I'd recommend an orange color corrector to cancel out blue tones. If you have deep skin, a red would be really, really nice to cancel out any blue undertones in your skin. So I'm going to apply a few dots of this under my eyes, blend it out, then go back to the Pat McGrath concealer, just a tiny, tiny bit, blend it out, and you'll see what difference it makes to my under eyes. So this is what just the corrector looks like. And as you can see, a lot of those blue tones underneath my eyes are pretty much disappear because of the pink canceling out the blue. So I love this product. It's really creamy, really nice under the eyes. I don't experience any creasing. I've worn this basically every day since I've gotten the product. So for about a week now, and it's just beautiful. I really, really love it, and that's definitely one of my favorites from Chanel now. I'll definitely repurchase it. Also, if you all like the Becca under eye corrector, which I've personally never tried, but I know people love and are sad that that product's gonna be going away because of Becca closing. I've never tried the Becca color corrector, but the Chanel one may be a good substitute for it. So if any of you all have tried both, do you think they're good substitutes? I'm just trying to think, you know, for all you all that are Becca color corrector fans. And that's with a bit of concealer. So look at that. Look at the difference from my eyes, like under my eyes. It's like I got a full 8 hours of sleep, and it's like I don't have genetics that give me terrible under eye circles. I mean, it looks really nice. So I like the combination of the Pat McGrath concealer with the Chanel color corrector. So next steps are powder. So I'm gonna be using this ambient lighting powder from Hourglass in Diffuse Light just all over my face. And I'm gonna be baking with the Coty Airspun under my eyes because as you will see, the Chanel eyeshadows are a bit on the powdery side. So I just wanna make sure I don't get any fallout underneath my eyes. And if you all are familiar with my makeup preferences, you're probably gonna be asking yourselves, where's the cream blush? Where's the cream highlighter? I actually am using a powder blush and highlighter today, so I know, very shocking. All right, I'm done powdering my face. So it's time to get into my favorite step, which is of course eyeshadow. But before we use the eyeshadows on my eyes, I'm going to be going into my trusty Milani eyeshadow primer. This is the primer I always use when I'm testing out a new eyeshadow formula, just because I've used this eye primer for years and years and years, and I know that it works. So if I apply an eyeshadow formula and it's not working correctly, I know it's not the primer, I know it's the eyeshadow formula. So I'm gonna apply this onto both of my eyes, and then we're gonna get into the Chanel quad. All right, eye primer is on, so the fun can begin. So this is the Chanel Eyeshadow Quad that I got. It comes in this cute little dust bag. You take it out. Of course, you have the double interlocking C's. So this is the Les Four Ombres, which I assume just means like eyeshadow quad in French. And this is in the shade 364 Kender at Seduction. So it's made in Italy. They're beautiful shadows. And this is what the quad looks like. I'm sorry that it's not brand new. When I filmed yesterday it was, but I have used this once before. I used it yesterday. So this quad is very warm toned, very red toned. It's beautiful on the eyes, as you will see. So I'm first going to go into this like pinky shade on my right, your left, on the bottom row. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. I'm gonna take my Nabla N306, and I'm just gonna fluff that throughout the crease, and you guys will see just how quickly and beautifully it blends and fluffs, and just how gorgeous it looks in the crease. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful shade. So I'm tapping off my brush because these are a bit powdery, and they're also more pigmented than you would think. When I decided that I wanted to try Chanel eyeshadows, I was like, okay, I'm expecting this to be, you know, like soft wash of color, just like barely a kiss of color, you know, nothing like super special. But this, I mean, this is not a kiss of color. Like, look at my right eye. That is not a kiss of color. That is pigment, and it blends so easily. They're just beautiful shadows. I mean, you'll see as I apply the other shades to my eyes as well. They're just really, really beautiful. And they're really easy to work with. I mean, look at that. That was like 2 minutes of blending, and there you go. Just a beautiful diffused crease. I love this shade. So next, I'm going to go into the shade next to it in that bottom row. So my left, your right. I'm going to take a very, very small crease brush. This is the Nabla N205, and I'm just going to define the crease a bit with a slightly darker shade. I feel like high-end eyeshadows a lot of the time. Like I've done a video on 2 Tom Ford quads. I've tried Charlotte Tilbury quad on camera, and now I'm doing a video with this Chanel quad. I feel like these luxury quads would be really good on mature eyes. But if you all would like to see a video where I do a comparison, like a luxury quad showdown, where I compare Tom Ford formula to Chanel formula to Charlotte Tilbury formula, that's something I think that would be a fun video to make. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see that, and I'll put that on my list of videos to film. Again, look at how quickly that blends. Look at the color payoff. Like, you can really see that red in my crease now. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna go back into my N306 just to blend the edges. Time to define the outer corner. I have my Nabla N204. We're going to go into that purpley shade in the top left, or excuse me, top right corner for me, top left corner for you. So I'm going to go into this brush and just pack that onto the outer corner. This is the same eye look I did yesterday, by the way, with that crappy footage that I ended up deleting. I thought maybe I should do a new look, maybe I should try something different with this. I was like, you know what? I feel like that look turned out so well yesterday that I wanted to do it again. So that's why I'm doing the same look today. Just wanted to show you all how it looks like, especially using all 4 colors on the lid, you know? This is a very very powdery formula, but it is pretty pigmented. So I don't mind the powderiness of the mattes. I'm gonna go into my N305 from Nabla just to blend out the edges of that. I just love how easily these blend out and blend into each other. It's a really good formula, but I don't know what I like the best. Tom Ford or this or Charlotte, I don't know. That's why I thought maybe making that video would be a good idea, so I can make up my mind and so you all can see them head to head to head. I'm going to do something a little bit differently than I did yesterday. So when I applied the shimmer onto my lid yesterday, I did not use a glitter glue. Today, I'm going to use a glitter glue. I'm curious to see what it looks like. So I'm going into this Too Faced glitter glue, just going to put a thin layer on both eyes, and then we'll go back into that shimmery shade. The reason why I decided to use a glitter glue today is because that shimmery shade, it's pretty, but it's not a metallic, so it's just not very intense. And I wanted to see, can you make it more intense with the glitter glue? So some real-time testing here. We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens with that shade. So now we're gonna go into that top left shade for me, and that shade is just the lightest shimmery shade in here, the only shimmery shade in here. And I'm gonna take this on my finger and I'm gonna apply it where I applied the glitter glue. It's a very pretty, like, pearl color. Oh yeah, that's definitely more intense than it was yesterday. I mean, this is never gonna be like a super sparkly metallic, but I think it's safe to say if you want more bam out of this shade, use a glitter glue. It's laying well on top of it, and it does look more intense and pigmented. So experiment successful. I am going to dust off my bake, and then we're gonna focus on the lower lash line, the inner corner, and the brow bone. So we're gonna go back into that pearly shade that I just put on my eyes, gonna apply that to the inner corner and brow bone. Going to go into my Nabla N304. We're going to take that first shade that we used, that pinky shade in that bottom corner right there, and I'm just going to dust this onto my lower lash line, and then we'll be done with the eyes. So there is the completed eye look. I'm going to apply some eyeliner, and then we'll get into some more Chanel products afterwards. All right, eyeliner is on, and now it's time to get into the Chanel product that I think impressed me the most, spoiler alert. So this is a tiny, tiny little sample of the Chanel Le Volume Stretch Mascara. As you will see, and I hope you can see, this stuff's amazing. So I'm going to apply this onto my lashes. When I applied this onto my lashes yesterday, in that footage that was not great, I was so amazed just how long and curled this mascara makes my eyelashes look. And it does give you a lot of volume, as the name implies. So I was just so impressed with this mascara, and I am again. Wow. I think this is going to be my new holy grail. I wore it yesterday. No smudging, no transferring. It kept the curl. My lashes looked long all day. Even my boyfriend was like, your eyelashes look good. And if he notices a difference, I mean, it's a big deal. So I think that really sold me on the mascara. So the Marc Jacobs At Lashed was my holy grail. I think it's gotten replaced by this stuff. I mean, it is awesome. I mean, look at that. Look at my right eye. It just looks amazing. This is why they give you free samples, right? So you find a new product you love, and then you spend your money on it time and time and time again. So yeah, they hooked me. I will be buying this mascara once I am done with all the other mascara samples I have, and the full size of the Marc Jacobs mascara that I haven't opened yet. Once I'm done with those, I think I will be a Chanel Le Volume Stretch gal, because this stuff's amazing. This mascara is amazing. I mean, I'm impressed again. Am I freaking out like I was yesterday? No, because it's not a first impressions and I knew what to expect, but this mascara is amazing. So next up is cheeks. We're going to be going into a Chanel blush duo. So taking out the dust bag, we have those double C's again, and this is the Fleur de Printemps blush duo and illuminator. So I'm going to take this out, and I think today I'm actually going to use the brush that comes with it. I haven't used this yet. I'm curious how it applies. So I love this blush and highlight. As you can see, it has this beautiful just like flower stamping in here, which I mean I've already dug into quite a bit, but it's stunning. These coral shades are just beautiful on the cheeks. I really like it, and the highlight is on the natural side, but you can still see it and it's still really pretty. So I'm going to first apply the blush, then apply the highlight. I've used this product many times. I've also used it on my channel before, so I love this stuff. No, I don't like this brush. Never mind. I'm gonna use my reference number 5 to apply the blush. There we go. That's what I want in a brush. I love how buildable this blush is. You can easily make it a soft, natural wash of color, or you can make it pretty intense. And I also love the glowy finish to it. I mean, it's just beautiful. And going into the highlight part of this duo, I'm going to take my reference number 18, just dust this on my cheekbones, on my nose, upper lip, chin, etc. All right, so that's the blush and the highlight on my face. And last but not least, we have to take care of lips. So I have 3 lip products to share with you all today. I have this Chanel lip liner, so it's Le Crayon Livres. I don't speak French, I'm sorry. So this is the clear one. I got this because I thought this would be good just to prevent feathering with lipsticks where I don't have an exact shade match of a lip liner. So I was like, yeah, I'll try a clear lip liner from Chanel, why not? So I got this. It's an interesting lip liner because it has this like brush tip at the end, so you can like smudge your lip liner, and it also has the lip liner on the other end. So I thought that was kind of interesting that it has that smudgy part. So first, let's apply this lip liner. This is the least exciting lip product, I know. And next we're going to be going into the Rouge Cocoa lipstick. I actually already have this lipstick in the shade Adrian, which is a beautiful nude. I love it, so I decided to grab it in another shade. This is the shade 496 Tendress. I wore it yesterday, so the bullet isn't pristine anymore, but this is what it looks like. It's just this beautiful pink. I love this on my lips. Normally, I'm not a pink lipstick kind of gal. I normally just think it like ages me, doesn't make me look very nice. I normally go for like nudes, browns, reds, even purples before I go for pinks, but I thought this would be an interesting pink to try, and I really do like how it looks on my lips, and I think you'll like it too. This is what the lipstick shade looks like, just a very classic, pretty pink. But I just feel like the undertone is very flattering on my lips and on like for my skin tone. So, and I think it matches the eyes really nicely too. So I think it's really pretty. And last but not least, you all know I love a lip gloss. So this is the Rouge Cocoa Gloss in shade also Tendress, so I got the matching shade. So I'm going to apply this onto my lips as well. I like this lip gloss. I wore it yesterday. It's really pretty. This lip gloss formula is definitely on the thicker side. It just wears so beautifully. It also applies a little bit of pigment to the lips, and there's no sticking. There's none of that, like, none of those lines that I hate, where like you press your lips together and it's like, meh. I hate that. This does not do that. It's a good amount of shine. It's relatively long lasting for a gloss. Gives your lips some moisture. I love this gloss. I think it's really pretty. I want to get some more shades. So that concludes my full-ish face of Chanel. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Some standouts from this video for me are the mascara. Oh my gosh, that mascara makes my eyelashes look so beautiful. I'm definitely gonna get that mascara once I run through my current mascaras that I have waiting in the wings. I also love the lip gloss. I think it's beautiful on my lips. It's just stunning. I just really think it looks beautiful. I also, of course, love the Rouge Coco lipstick formula. I mean, I got another one for Pete's sake, and I have more on my Chanel.com wish list, so love that. The eyeshadows really surprised me when I first used them yesterday. I felt like they weren't gonna be pigmented. They, you know, were just gonna be like meh, but I really like the eyeshadows. I think the mattes are a lot more special than the metallics slash shimmers though, because the mattes just blend so easily, look so flattering. They're very pigmented. I was really, really surprised. But I think if you have more mature lids or you're just a fan of very subtle sparkle, you will like the shimmer. It's just not really what I go for, but it's still pretty. So I do really like the Chanel Quad. As you all know, love the blush duo. That's stunning. And I was not a fan, the only thing I was not a fan of was the foundation. I just don't think it's meant for me. I don't like a matte finish. The shade isn't right for me, so that was a bit of a miss. But other than that, I mean, all of these products, all of these, oh, and the color corrector, how could I forget? Oh my goodness. And the Chanel, the Corrector de Chanel, I love that. That's become a holy grail. That's a repurchase for me as well. So I loved most of these Chanel products that I tried, and I think they really look beautiful on my face, and I hope you all found this video to be helpful. So if you like this video, please like this video. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Blah, blah, blah. If you like me, please subscribe. Would love to have you on this channel, watching my videos 3 times a week. And if you all have anything to comment, please comment down below. I asked you all a lot of questions in this video, so if you have any insights about a replacement for the Becca priming filter, if you have any insights onto the Chanel Cream Bronzer, please let me know. I'm really curious about that. So with that, I will conclude this video. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.